Guys, welcome back to the channel. Nick here from Gimme-Market Reviews, and today I'm outside, as you can see. Haven't brought the sunshine with me, sadly, but I'm with a very special guest.
This is sunshine for us.
Okay,
just so you know.
we're up in the
as
north.
As soon as you get north of Watford,
north.
this is sunshine.
James, pleasure to meet you.
How
Guys,
you doing?
James Robinson.
Hello.
I'm sure you already know. I've got a very knowledgeable.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure I've watched the videos and they're fantastic.
There we go, great.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for the invitation up to Woolly Park.
No, thanks for coming.
And today we're just going to talk through some products, you know, and obviously the guys will be familiar with your channel already and the great reviews that you already do.
I just love drivers. I've got drivers coming out of my orifices, but yeah.
And yeah, you know, we've got a really interesting one there as well. The Kirkland signature. Get rid of those big names. We don't need those,
for me, and randomly, so guys watching this may have seen my channel, may have not, but it does so well for views. And obviously we build our kind of whole business on eyeballs on people watching.
Of course.
And I think it's a really funny one because I know you've tested this and you found very similar results to myself. We're going to put them through the paces a little bit here today, but for me, I think it's amazing that you can go to Costco, you can buy toilet roll, you can buy ketchup, you can buy a climbing frame if you want to. I bought a barbecue the day I bought this. Didn't even need a barbecue, ceramic one, it's lovely. But
Deadly.
Then you can buy a driver that still performs pretty well.
Yeah.
And I think this is where, especially for you guys at Gimme, where obviously you're going to specialise in that kind of second-hand market, the D2C brands could be showing some really, really good value, not only brand new D2C, but second-hand D2C as well.
Yeah.
Because I think this was £199.
Yeah.
Now, if I was going to sell this now, I think I'd still want 140, 150 for it.
Yeah.
And I think this driver for 150 quid, like we'll hit it in a second, compared to maybe the AI Smoke that's still going to be worth 300 quid, something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we start to think about, and I always say this in any kind of review where I'm thinking about budget, does it have to be good or does it just not have to be rubbish for the price?
It's very true, yeah. And also, you know, things are expensive at the moment, right? I mean, you've been in the market a long time like myself. You've seen that price increase of product, and some stuff obviously justifies it. You know, some of the new stuff in the market is absolutely fantastic and the R&D in it is brilliant. But for the guys and girls who are just getting into the game, who just want to experience getting out onto the golf course for the first time, figure out, just dip their toe in the water, is the game for me? That's taking away that barrier of that £500, £600, £700 price range, right?
100%,
You know, and I think that's probably where that product, as we'll see, we'll test it, get you to hit some. I'll hit a couple just to see exactly what the difference is as well.
I don't see the new golfer, especially the younger new golfer, who's saving for their deposit for the house, who's saving for car insurance.
Yeah.
I don't see them going and buying the brand new Callaway or the brand new TaylorMade or the brand new Peach. I think there's a market, especially in the second-hand market as well, like we've said. So
of course,
I'm going to hit some because I absolutely love this driver, and it's bringing.
And by
back...
the way, that James's review was fantastic on it, and I did one recently myself, which will be coming onto the channel as well. And I think it looks and it feels great, James. You've used some great materials with it as well, the shaft, the grip. You know, it's,
the thing I find is, so you speak about technology in a golf club, and technology has moved on quite a bit. We're going to do another video on this, Nick, aren't we? Where we talk about have clubs really changed. But for me, the technology we've seen, especially over the last 5 to 6 years, is that carbon crown, which they've managed to put in. Obviously a rear weighting, just to shift CG back and enhance MOI, which they've done, and of course an adjustable neck. So you've got those kind of three things ticked off straight away. Now, I could go and hit a really good drive here and take the corner on, or I could hit a bad drive. But what I'm not going to do is blame the clubs, especially with a premium even flow shaft in there. It's pretty much doing what you want it to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, they're using all the same materials that the top boys are using, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's only the same stuff that Callaway and TaylorMade are using, so they're not cutting any corners here, guys.
And even with the golf ball side of it as well, I think the golf balls were absolutely fantastic, weren't they? For the price again, does it have to be good or does it have to not be rubbish?
You can get yourself kitted out full bag. Right, I've been looking forward to this moment. Oh, there you go. Right over the corner. Fabulous.
Stop it.
Hey, fabulous.
And again, when it comes like feel, sound, you get all that feedback from this driver. And I argue with people in my comments all the time, and you might get this as well. I think a golf club has to look good, has to feel good, and has to sound good. Obviously, it has to perform as well. But I think if you're spending any kind of money on a golf club and it's your hobby, it has to tick all those boxes for you. Whereas a lot of people say, as long as it performs, I don't care.
Yeah, I think if there's a difference of a couple of yards from driver to driver, ultimately, I mean, really, you know, the difference in the price point there of £200 versus £550, £350, is that 2 yards? Is it worth it for the amateur golfer?
Absolutely.
I mean, handicap guy, do I have to hit one now as well?
Go on.
Well, this,
Show us the Kirkland.
I thought you were gonna. Hey,
We've got a big array of drivers here, and
we have.
the funny thing is, you now put the Kirkland amongst them.
Yeah.
Some of these drivers are new, some of these drivers are a year old, some of the drivers potentially could be better value than others.
Yeah.
But I think that stands up against them if, like, so I've hit that a little bit high toe.
Yeah.
And for me, that just drags the spin down a bit.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy a driver thinking, I need to hit this high toe for it to perform.
Sure.
But I think also it's fairly forgiving and it does a job.
Has got the settings on here as well. You can adjust that. We're just hitting this just in standard settings. I have to say, when you put that down behind the ball and you hit it, you wouldn't know it was any other brand apart from...
No, I think it looks very Titleist-like from the bottom.
Yeah.
And then very Callaway-like from the top.
Well, I've got to follow that one, ladies and gents, and I have to say, he told me the line and he put it on the line.
I'm a little bit buzzing. I'm really, really buzzing with that, actually. So.
Beautiful stuff. Right, let's see if I can follow him.
Oh, look at Nick. That's even better. That was drawing as well.
Yeah, well, I do hit a draw. The guys will know from who've watched this channel before. I do move it from right to left, and I did find it was very easy to do that with drive, and that is definitely one of the benefits of it, I would say, because most of the market lose it to the right-hand side, right?
Absolutely, and
so,
one of the cons with that, obviously we know we have the adjustable neck, but if you look at a driver potentially that does have more adjustable weights here, that can potentially help. So if you are in the market for a second-hand driver or even a new driver that you would probably go and get fitted for, have a think about, do I need that amount of adjustment in there? Because I'm a big believer that if you go and get fitted for a driver, it shouldn't come with the adjustment key.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
I think if you go and buy it off the rack and you want to have a play around with yourself, that's totally up to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you want to go and buy a second-hand car and play around with the oil levels, that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
But
once you've been fitted by a professional, that's what they do for a living. They know that once they've got it all set up for you, really, you shouldn't be moving that driver. And I come from a fitting background myself, and you know, we'd work for 2 or 3 hours.
I'm glad you agree with me then.
I know, absolutely. No, 100%. No, I totally agree. That's the whole point is, you know, when you go and see a professional in any part of the market, that's exactly what you want to do, right? And you trust their experience. And I think that's where a driver like this, ultimately, it's great if you do want to have a bit of a play with the settings on here. It's not too complicated. It's a -1, got a +1, it's got a draw setting on there. But it's nice and simple. It's not too confusing. I mean, some of these sleeves now, I just did a review on the Cobra one.
Yeah.
Wow. 0.4 of a degree.
And I must admit with that as well, I cannot believe they haven't done a huge fitting thing with it. And I say thing as in like a loose terminology, but I can't believe they haven't launched that drive with fitting days in every single county.
I agree. And some more knowledge on it, really. Because, I mean, you know, I've worked with this product for 8 years now. And even I was looking at it going, you know, that's a lot to do there.
Sweet one with the
Come
colour.
on, please do. I want to see this.
Notice how I have to tee up this side of the tee box. I'm just hoping for one that gets over those trees.
He was kind. He picked the hole that you had to hit a draw off. I'm glad he didn't go for the dog leg left to right for me.
And we could have done, right. So £300 more this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, it certainly wasn't my best. And you'll be very upset if you did that. Luckily enough, I've not marked it.
You've put a good line on that one, though.
It's a fairway.
No problems there. That's definitely fairway. Thanking you.
That wasn't my best, was it?
Yeah, again, carbon fibre, movable weights, as James said there, movable sleeve as well. So, you know, it hasn't got anything on here so far that the Kirkland hasn't got. So let's see if we give us any additional performance per se.
One of the big areas that Callaway would cite with this is, so obviously we have carbon crown here.
Yeah.
And this obviously has a carbon crown and it has that forged carbon sole as well.
Yeah.
So what they would say there is there's lots of area for them to move that weighting strategically around for it to be more optimised. And I think if we start to look at why you spend more money on drivers, you have to look at the R&D that goes into them.
Correct.
And whether or not that means you're going to get another 3 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards, we're not going to see huge differences if it's still in the right specs.
Yeah.
But it's like an F1 car going around a track, they spend millions and millions and millions to knock off a tenth of a second.
Correct.
So I think we're just trying to hit more fairways. And essentially, if I put a bad golf swing on it, like I have done that one, nothing's going to help. I might as well have had the cheaper one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's interesting that you use the F1 analogy because I always use that as well.
Yeah.
The analogy that I would say, though, is if you put me in Lewis Hamilton's F1 car, I'm not going to get the same time out of that Lewis Hamilton would do, right? And to a certain degree, I think the higher handicap guy, they've got as much benefit in playing that to a certain extent because they're not looking for that extremely low spin. They don't generate the same ball speed that the tour boys do per se. So I totally agree with the material side of things, but I think there's definitely a market for those guys as well for that higher handicap guy who...
And that's very interesting because we talk about jumping into Lewis Hamilton's car.
Yeah.
I tried to hit Bryson DeChambeau's driver.
Yeah, yeah.
And I couldn't get it in the air. So if we get in Lewis Hamilton's car, you probably couldn't get it going.
No, I know, probably not. Stalling in the pits, no doubt. Right, let's see what we've got here then.
Oh, it's position A again. That's lovely.
It's okay.
If you've got it, Nick, haven't you?
I don't know whether that's going to beat the Kirkland. That'll be really interesting, that one, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Get down
guys,
there,
let's go down and have a look, eh?
Do you want to say it or shall I?
We can both say it at the same time.
In fact, this is my Kirkland.
Yeah.
That's your Kirkland, the other side of the hazard.
Yeah. And the two Callaways.
We're not trying to pick on Callaway here, but that's
my tight list.
unbelievable results.
That's what I'm playing. But, I mean, look, guys, you know, we were giving that the full bifters there, right? At the end of the day.
For me, whenever I'm testing clubs as well, I like to finish on, right, I'm going to hit one with each and see where it goes, because if you stand there on a driving range or in a fit-in, you'll always find that good one. You always hit a couple of bad ones, but unfortunately or fortunately, golf's a sport where you get one chance.
Yeah.
So we're giving them one chance there, and I guess we have to pick up a new hot tub.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's not that I wasn't expecting that, because that would be undue on the Kirkland, to be honest with you, because I haven't tested it.
Yeah,
I knew it was a good drive, and the numbers were good in the review as well.
Yeah.
But I think that just goes to show, if you hit any of this product well,
Yeah.
you can out achieve. Doesn't matter what the price point is, right? You know, ultimately, I didn't hit my Callaway the best there. Hit out the heel a little bit. Did hit that one well, and it's achieved the ball speed and everything. Regulations, right?
Yeah, potentially. If you start looking at when you're buying golf clubs, do you want to buy them a little bit cheaper? Utilise that money you save in some lessons to become more consistent, everyone's going to be a winner.
I'm all for that, I have to say, absolutely. Yeah, I think you can't buy a good game per se. You have to invest in the coaching side of it. And then you have to get fitted right. You know, you have to make the most out of these professionals' knowledge, shaft, head, explore the different brands as well. As I say, that's the one thing, certainly from a fitting perspective, from my background, it was always just go in there with an open mind. It doesn't matter what the name is. It could be a Kirkland signature, but if that's what the fitter guides you towards, probably going to be the right choice, guys, because those guys know their product inside out. So you've got to show a bit of faith sometimes, you know.
Yeah, brilliant.
James, that was an absolute
Thank you very
pleasure.
much.
Well
Cheers.
done. Good as well, right off the cuff. I love that. Well done. Guys,
Cool.
We'll be back with you very soon for another Gimme Market review. But thanks very much to James there. That was great.
Thank you.